Hello lovies, welcome back to another video. Pax Romana update time. Let's start with the good. The good being I'm enrolled back in school, finishing the BA in Theology World Religion Studies. I have spent all of last week and today, Monday of this week, playing telephone with different institutions, trying to get test scores, credits, transcripts, and so forth transferred. Mind you, it is spring break for everybody at the moment, and it's Mercury retrograde. So it's been a fun little tennis game with me and various institutions, and when they decide to hit the ball back in my court. But I digress. I've been getting my path to graduation planned and acting on it, and then I've also been working on acting and bettering my craft, and last Wednesday I finally had a breakthrough as an actress that broke my 3-month funk I was in. I was in such a funk with acting, and it was robbing me of it being a joy and a creative outlet, but now that I feel to have had this breakthrough, I'm out of the funk. And I'm being less critical on myself and trying to have more gratitude. Because comparison is the thief of joy. That's that. And then outside of those two things, it's a day-by-day thing regulating my nervous system. Some days I wake up feeling like the luckiest girl in the world. I feel like Barbie, life's a romantic comedy, and a video game all in one for me. Other days, I wake up like a fish out of water. I feel flipping-flopping between I'm the luckiest girl in the world and fight or flight. But every day, I am functioning more from a state of peace, and it is getting easier to relinquish the subconscious thought patterns and behaviors that were indoctrinated in me over 22 years that are all rooted in fight or flight instincts. It's just been some time. Monday through Wednesday of last week, I felt like the luckiest girl. Thursday through Sunday, I was a fish out of water. And Sunday, I really was in the funk. So I didn't really break the spell until Sunday night, come today, Monday morning. And now I'm back to feeling like the luckiest girl in the world. And that I've finally integrated the self-realizations I've had during that funk, which was in the ways I was inhibiting my own peace. Spoiler alert, when you build 4 walls around yourself, you're not necessarily building you a house of safety, you're caging yourself in. And I realized with this channel in particular and this creative outlet, I had muzzled myself and caged myself in, and I didn't feel any video I filmed was authentic. I also didn't feel that I entirely had the words to adequately express what I was processing. And what I was processing is in what regards I still cared about people's perception of me. And I had 2 external situations in which rattled or illuminated in the ways I did, which now I've analyzed, released, and corrected. But for a second, I really did muzzle myself on this channel because I was scared if I shared my narrative it would cost me peace. And then I realized only I can rob myself of peace. People can poke and ping at me all day, but I'm not responsible for their reactions, nor do I care to know the whys people say and do things, because I don't take things personally. People's actions and their words towards me are not reflections of who I am as an individual. I am just a mirror. So if someone reacts negatively to me, all that information is telling me is this individual feels negative about themselves and or certain circumstances they find themselves in. I'm just illuminating in all the ways they feel insecure. And both our experiences are valid experiences, we can be experiencing the same thing and have completely different takeaways, and both takeaways are valid because us as individuals are all entitled to our own emotions and feelings. So two things can be true at once, and in even knowing why someone says or does something, it doesn't bring you peace. It just opens the door for more questions, and all it really truly is doing is clearing their conscience. I don't view it to clear mine. So upon having all this integrated and leveling up and regulating my nervous system, I finally felt the passion be birthed back in me to come on here and share my story, share my narrative, share my experiences, because I truly am just making videos to be either an inspiration or another voice of peace, hope, love, and joy. That's all I seek to share. And if I can offer wisdom, if I can offer some guidance in some way to someone and save them from a scary situation or illuminate something that has felt to be buried or kept from them, great. I've helped another, I've done my purpose here. I just simply seek to share my experiences in hopes of helping others or just being a good influence. And I know that's subjective, because whether people view me as positive or negative is entirely up to them. It's up to their interpretation of me. But I know everything I do and create and say is coming out of a place of love and peace. Thus, I need to create more. I need to stop muzzling myself, because hermiting away doesn't protect my peace. It just means I'm hermiting away. And if I want to remain open to the world, I need to put myself out there and be vulnerable. So this is me putting myself out there and being vulnerable. I'm so glad to have had all of this realization and integration, because now I feel I've released it and I am functioning at the state of peace. And that is why today I feel like the luckiest girl in the world. And I really just had so many signs and synchronicities that further solidified that message. But overall, Pax Romana great. I am thriving. I'm really just trying to exercise my free will more. That's my new goal. Exercise my free will more and have fun. Be hot, have fun. I love the girl on here that, or on YouTube, that has that whole series, Be Hot, Have Fun. Yes, that is the way to live. Be hot, have fun. So that has been what I've been up to. The rest of this week is just a busy week for me when it comes to acting, getting further enrolled and a game plan set up, and also I got my Reiki healer tomorrow. I get to go see my Reiki healer, and I'm so excited. She's going to be so proud of me for maintaining my standards and boundaries. And I will still make my updated video on that diaries. So I'm looking forward to that. And outside of that, I'm just looking forward to what life has to hold. And I'm very proud of myself, and I'm giving myself a lot of grace for how much time is such an illusion, but how my journey has looked in regulating my nervous system, because oh boy do I wish it was overnight, that everything just sunk and flipped, but it's not. Things take time, and all we have promised is the immediate moment. That's all we have. So I'm embracing, soaking, and holding gratitude for the immediate moment, the present, and looking at every day as a video game that I'm Barbie, and it's just, my life is a romantic comedy. I laugh with the divine, because its sense of humor is irony, so in my ironic moments, you gotta laugh. I move on. Just learn the lesson and move forward. So that's my life update. Pax Romana thriving. As I said, we are thriving and functioning from a state of peace. All peace treaties, external and internal, are somewhat up for negotiation, but are soon to be signed off on, and whether approved or denied will remain unknown. And that's that. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. I am so excited to share what I'm working on still and perfecting. Hi, got a Virgo rising. So, working on something, and also excited to share what the future holds. I'm taking this as my sign to log off. I love you guys so much. Please take care of yourself. Put your health and wellness and well-being before anybody, unless you have children, different circumstance. Otherwise, please take care of yourself. Prioritize yourself. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself how loved you are, and know you are so loved and so worthy and going to do amazing things, because you are capable of anything and everything. You are a limitless being in a limitless universe. I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.